Oh man, nobody liked my videos.
That's not surprising, bro.
Man, people are even telling me I should stop doing it and go into business instead.
Your videos make no sense. I mean, I was playing tennis with a stingray and talking about you making love to a war criminal. What does that even mean?
There's an explanation for all of it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Why don't you try actually explaining everything to us?
Well, I guess I'll have to go back to the beginning then. It was a long time ago. I was a marine biologist. Trying to solve the mysteries of the ocean. It was difficult. I struggled a lot, but I did have my partner, my brother, Shark Boy. Together, we were going to do the impossible and find the hidden city of Atlantis. Shark Boy went on a nice adventure, a long journey that involved George Lopez, and it may have all been a dream or something, I'm not very sure, but after this long journey, he did it. He found the coordinates to Atlantis. We traveled there together, and the city was breathtaking, beautiful. We were ready to venture down. Unfortunately, the city was already in control by him, Stingray Stan. We tried to explain to him that we were ready to turn Atlantis into the world's biggest attraction. It would be so cool. But he was not a fan of us. It turns out Shark Boy's rap album was so good that Stingray Stan had no choice but to spend his entire life savings on it. As many copies as he could. Stingray Stan was very furious, and thus it ended the only way it could, with an intense lightsaber duel.
I have the high ground!
It was over. I had the high ground. But then, Stingray Stan pulled the sneakiest trick of them all. He tricked me. I was defeated, and I cried out for my partner, Shark Boy, Shark Boy. But it was too late. He already signed off to do a sequel without George Lopez this time. No! I was almost dead, but I crawled out. and took shelter at the nearest tennis court. There I trained as much as I could to become the best tennis player in the world, strong enough to defeat Stingray Stan. But I didn't realize Stingray Stan was one of the best tennis players in the world. Once I discovered this, I knew I was outmatched, and I fled to a place where he wouldn't follow me. North Korea. Once I was there, it turns out everyone there was very friendly and very kind to me. But then, I ran into another one of my enemies. Garrett Bobby Ferguson. He was the only man cruel in North Korea. And of course, once we crossed paths, it could only end one way. Through an epic fight. I contacted the US and it turned out that he was already a war criminal against us. We agreed the only way I could defeat him was by obtaining superpowers. So I did, and was ready to take him on, but unfortunately, he had superpowers as well. We had an epic fight that destroyed the entire capital of North Korea. Once again, I was outmatched, and I fled back to America. There I went back to high school to finish my work there, and thought that Garrett Bobby Ferguson wouldn't follow me. But I was wrong. He followed me there, and we had to end things there. Turns out we didn't have the superpowers we used to have now. Now the only power we had was the ability to shoot bullets out of our fingers. So it happened. The Great High School War.
Master.
We fired many bullets at each other, but it was no use. I got back to my contact within the American forces, and he said there was only one way we could get rid of him. If I grabbed him and teleported him to the middle of the jungle. It was the only way, so I did it. I was stuck there, in the middle of the jungle, nowhere to go, with Garrett Bobby Ferguson. There was nothing for us to do. We were both sure we were going to die in that jungle. So, we decided to make love there. A few days after that, Garrett Bobby Ferguson had starved to death. I was also on the brink of death, not sure what to do. Then it happened. Shark Boy returned and saved me. He brought me back to America, and I went to college now. I was quick to go and grab a McChicken from the local McDonald's, and that's where I found the McChicken Man, who wanted me to buy him a McChicken. I knew then it was time time to finally face Stingray Stan one last time and end everything. And that's where we are today. I was outplayed by him, but then McChicken Man defeated him for good. And now, we're here.
Wow, dude, that actually left me with more questions than answers.
Well, that's the whole story. You want to grab some McDonald's?
The story did put me in a McChicken mood.
Alright, man. Let's go.